Hey everybody, Crosshair here. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a unboxing and first shots impression of the M&P 9mm 2.0. Let's get right into it and let's have some fun. So right off the bat we have this traditional Smith & Wesson box. All of their handguns tend to come in a box just like this. Sometimes you can get them in the hard case and you can order that hard case specifically, but for the lack of this video I got the box, which I'm totally fine with. I put all my guns in separate containers anyway. So right off the bat we open it up and we see the handgun. I have opened this once before and my magazines are actually loaded and ready for this video, but other than that I have not shot the pistol and I have not gone through anything else. So right away we see the handgun. I'm going to set that aside. We'll look at that in a minute. Comes with a lock, of course, and keys. Might need those for the lock. All your paperwork and information's down here, warranty, user's guide, all that different kind of stuff. And then in this little pocket right here, you're gonna have your spare mag. I do have mine loaded. And then you have 3 extra back straps. So the one on the gun is, I believe, the medium size. I find that one fits me the best. And then you've got a small, tends to be for smaller, maybe youth shooters or females or just somebody that has a smaller hand. Then you've got a medium large and a large, or maybe that was a medium large and a large. I can't really tell. I won't be using those that much. I've got decent sized hands, but the medium tends to fit me just fine. I like to have these if I'm having any other shooters or friends out on the range with me, and I can just slide them on really easily, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So we've got the handgun right here. I think it's one of the most attractive handguns on the market in my opinion. So another handgun that I would kind of compare to it with that look is the Beretta APX, which has a similar style. You know, it's got nice slide serrations that make it look pretty nice. It's got a nice grip. But aside from that handgun, which I really like, again, the Beretta APX, I think this is probably one of the most attractive ones. It doesn't matter at all with a handgun whether it looks good or not, but I do think it's important as a gun owner to appreciate your handgun, right? So right here, right away, we can see that if you know anything about Smith & Wesson M&P 9s or 40s or just that line of full-size handguns, the grip before was just fine, but it was more rubberized. Now we've got a really nice sandpapery texture. I personally really love it because when I go to the range, whether it's you know, speed training or just in general, my hands get kind of sweaty, and when I'm using a Glock or just some sort of rubberized grip, it's not like the end of the world, but it gets a little bit slippy, a little bit harder to grip. Now this gun, people might say, and I have heard people be like, oh, it's just uncomfortable in the hand. I think the grip feels just great. You know, it's got a great bore axis. And even though it is a little bit rougher of a grip, I feel like it'll lock into my hand, and I've got a better purchase on this handgun than most other handguns on the market. I would go as far to say is right out of the box, this has one of the most textured and grippable grips out of any handgun that I've seen and used myself. So that being said, let's go through and field strip it, show you how to put the back straps on and do all that kind of fun stuff. Before we do anything with the handgun, I'm just going to show you that the magazine is out and this has been cleared. There's no bullet in the chamber. I've visually and physically inspected that and we're ready to go. So I'm just going to give this a little dry fire real quick. I just love that trigger press. I have shot the M&P original and it has a little bit just, I can't really explain it. It's not a terrible trigger. People loved that gun, but it was just a little bit crunchier per se. I know it's a weird word to use, but it was just a little crunchier. Didn't have a great reset. So if you want to hear the reset on this trigger's been surprisingly improved. So you can rack the slide. I don't know if you could hear that. Kind of far away from the speaker. I'll do it one more time. It's not super loud like a Glock or something else with a more tactile reset, but it's definitely there and you can definitely hear it. I also have these on, so it might seem quieter to me than it does to you. Let's get right into showing you how to put the back straps on. I think it's really easy. There's this little piece on the back here. You just turn it, pull this off, slide your back strap off, choose whatever back strap you want, and then slide it right back on to the handgun, and it's that easy. So there's how they put the back straps on. And now to take down the handgun, there's a little lever right here. It's a little hard to do. Let me just sit down here real quick. So you're going to rack this little piece all the way back to here. All right, I don't know if you guys could see that. You're gonna rack that all the way back to there, and then, my bad. Flip it all the way down. All right, so you flip that like that. And then as you can see, the slide has come forward just a little bit, and then you just pull the trigger and it slides right off. That was a little messy watching me do that, sorry. It's no excuse for that. I'm just haven't practiced it too much. But right away we see that the gun's very clean. It's already lubricated. I love that about, you know, Smith & Wesson Glocks. Big brand guns tend to make sure that they come in the package all cleaned and lubricated. Spring right here. Just like any, you know, any striker fired pistol, it's pretty similar to anything else that you're going to see on the market. Just obviously by brand, it'll change slightly. All right, we're gonna put this back together and we'll do some shooting. All right, we're ready to go. When shooting a firearm, it's always important to remember that you've got eyes and ears, so safety glasses and ear protection. For those of you who don't know what eyes and ears are, if you've ever been to a range, that's what they're referred to. Now I do have a holster, a nice Kydex holster for my pistol here. I personally love it. I got it on Amazon for a pretty good price. I think it was $30 to $40 from R&R if you're interested. They make firearm holsters, Kydex holsters for pretty much any gun that you know the name of, you know what I mean? So if it's some random gun from China, probably not gonna have it, but M&P, Smith & Wessons, Sig Sauer, Rugers, Glocks, everything that you can name. Let's get right to it. I've got some American Eagle loaded into this firearm right here, and we're gonna go ahead and put some shots down range. I'm gonna shoot 5 shots. I forgot to mention earlier, I've got a 17 round magazine. That's what they come with in the full-sized handguns. I'm not doing a full review today, it's just an unboxing and shots. I'll do a review in the future for those of you that are wondering. Yeah, I love shooting this. I think the trigger press is great. I'm getting used to the grip. I'm getting used to how the gun shoots. But for today, that's going to be all we're going to do. I love how this gun shoots. There's no complaints. The only thing I might possibly change is just this trigger safety. I do think it's a little weird how it just has a little bit of take up for the safety before I start pulling the trigger. I kind of prefer a Glock trigger personally. Or an Apex trigger that you can put onto these, but out of the box it's a really nice trigger. I really do like it quite a bit. It's got a nice pull. It's really not bad at all. I'm gonna do a different review for this pistol in the future, and a little bit more in-depth shooting video where I'm actually trying to get some accuracy. I'll shoot it from a bag, all that different kind of stuff. But so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and have a great rest of your day.